Check in, my people. Wagwan, big up on yourself. I don't know how the thing go. Respect and manners goes out to the one them. If I first time you pass through, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and also click the notification bell. Big up to all of the ones them where they are from day one. So watch what go on you know, people. We have a number of things to talk about. So we see where Vybz Kartel, you see it, we see where, you know, the Vybz Kartel trial hearing, we get a date for that. We are going to look forward to what go on in the details. So stay tuned, you see. We also see where we have some stuff as it relates to dancehall artists. Alkaline, you see. We are going to check out that as well. We also see where a so-called prophet step forward and add some predictions to make as it relates to Mavado, so MCL, casket, and all of them things there. So we are looking to that because that is very serious, people. We also see where Barrington Levy, you know, veteran singer Barrington Levy, as his son step forward and I say, you know, an incident go on where them pick up even gunshot and so forth, him and a couple of him friends them. So we are going to look into that. We also see where Mr. Vegas, you know, weigh in on the whole Ivan's situation we are going, him and a popular immigration lawyer, and them have some very interesting things to say. So I may say, yeah man, so we are tune into what go on there, so and look into it as well. You see it. And we also see where the incident with Luciana and the Rasta, where Luciana pushed the Rasta off a stage. We see where the Rasta step forward and I try to, you know, expose Luciana as being a bad mind Rasta man. We are going to look into it if it makes sense, people. As we say, a number of things. So do the right thing, subscribe to the channel and also click the notification bell. Let's get into it. Big up to all out there. Make we not itch up. Make we step forward. People, so start out with the topic of Vybz Kartel. In some breaking news, people. According to Nationwide, we see where they are saying that Vybz Kartel trial hearing is set for June 10, people. So, yeah, man, in a June 10, we will have some very interesting stuff as it relates to Vybz Kartel. You see, so according to what they are saying, the Court of Appeal will hear arguments as to whether to order retrial for incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel and his co-accused on June 10. The order was handed down today by Justice Marva McDonald Bishop. Attorney representing Kartel, Sean Campbell, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. James are to make submissions by May 6, and you know the Crown has a May 31 deadline for submissions. So I may say, so I guess after the amount of days, I think about 5 days worth of deliberation, people, we will know if, you know, a retrial are going to go on or if them are going to walk free, people. So, you know, that what is going to be very interesting as well. I see. So, you know, as we say, some breaking news, so we just bring it forth to the ones them, and you can weigh in and, you know, leave on the thoughts and tell me how you think this are going to play out. If it are going to be a retrial settings, or it are going to be a settings where, you know, the man just walk free. And tell me which options you don't feel like should be fair enough for Vybz Kartel at this moment. Do you think he should get a retrial, or do you feel like him just remain him just step out without the retrial, freedom and so forth? Make we know in the comment section. Anyways, quickly we are gonna move on, my people. So next up, people, that's where Mavado, dancehall superstar Mavado. We see where if you follow like my vlogs, yeah, that's recently my post a vlog where a prophetess came out and, you know, say she have some predictions as it relates to Dancing Rebel. You know, we have a fairly good discussion in the comment section as it relates to that. A lot of people are weighing on it. Some people are say it real, you know, some people are say a foolishness. However, we that's where another so-called prophet step out and had some stuff to say as it relates to Mavado, and his prediction is that, you know, he must sight up all some casket and them thing there coming in a Mavado way, and Mavado need to repent and one bag of things, my people. So I may say, however, you don't know, as we say, when we observe the comments, then we have, you know, mixed reaction with like a majority about a fire, and I say them not really believe, you know, yeah, them thing there is just like some doom and gloom type of thing. But take a little quick listen at what the man say, people, and then we get back to the reasoning as it relates to that. So check this out.
Is following Mavado in the spiritual world. Jamaica dancehall artist Mavado Coffee is following him in the spiritual world. He needs to wake up, otherwise na bad things go rain.
I say, people, yeah, that you know, hear what the man say, you know, Kaufman, all of them things there. And as me say, me always find them things there strange. First thing me always say, as we say in our previous vlog, why, you know, Jano does send that direct message to Mavado, make it everything easier. So me I say, yeah, that would have been between Mavado and God business, and him would have know how to make the necessary adjustments. You see what I say? Instead of the business being broadcasted on social media and based on the amount of false people out there, we don't know what is true and what is false. You see what I say, people? Yeah, man. And as we say, a lot of people, most people would have say, well, or even me would have looked upon it and I say, for most of from Mavado stepping at the game to now, we can argue and say him have a successful career. You see what I say? And I say, we never see none of them prophet or prophetess step out from the get-go and I say, say, all the things set Mavado, your thing I got shot one at a time and Ray. You see it always depend a level where it's, upon the negative side. Oh, you got dead. Oh, your family, you got this. You got meet this a sickness, that a sickness, ray. So it's very questionable still, people. But tell me what you think about what that quote-unquote prophet is saying as it relates to Mavado situation. Make we move on. Top would I say where Barrington Levy, singer Barrington Levy's son, people, you see it? Yeah, man, he is saying that, him a quote-unquote victim of what is seemingly to be a possible drive-by. So when I say people, yeah, man, it seems as if a car pull up on him and a couple of him friends them while them are prepared for leave the studio and, shots fired and couple man pick up rounds and all of them thing, the people. However, with that hear the young DJ or the young singer go into details and I say, him not really know what go on, him not have no enemy and all of him friend them good and no troublemaker them, so him not even sure where it come from. And he is saying that him not really sure if I just a idle mission him depend some man have some new thing and see some man and just decide to turn it on them, because he must say based on film observation of the whole thing, it not really seems like it was, like them demand them directly forward for them. He is saying that if the man them be directly forward for them, probably all of them would have deceased people. So we are going to take a little listen at what he is saying, my people. Jaja know, it's serious.
I tell him I can't ever talk too loud. I don't know what go on. I don't know what go on. I don't know who. I don't know what kind of car. My back they turn to the road. I cut, we say I cut now. You understand? I will look up some word in the encyclopedia because we out there. I go and rhyme with the one and then I go on and I go on and I go on with myself. You understand? My back turned to the road. And I see, I'm in a glimpse, nothing. Because I never expect that, brother. Everybody know me. You see me, and them know me not give trouble, me not enemy, any enemy me have, I must him have it with me, and me not know about that. You see me? Me not know who bad mind me or what them a bad mind me for, but me not make it yet in a life. You understand me, I say? A whole heap of shot fire for we last night. You hear me tell you? Whole heap of shot, brother. You see it? Me not know where it come from, but me know I can't me. You understand? Me only can talk for myself, because my producer get shot too, and my dancer Virgin get shot too, You understand? Two of the other man them in the house, Virgin. You see me? And them man, they are artists right through, because one of them own a restaurant. You see me? One of them just out school. And them man enough of them out school, how him they run every minute. And I hinder them their voice. You understand? Our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away outside. I say we are gear up for go away. And I tell you, say, see, first shot me here. I don't even wait for my shadow. I'm gone. No joke. I don't know if a wild shot or idleness, brother, but it could have killed everybody on the spot. 4 dead man this morning, I tell you. Anyhow, I think I did really somebody didn't come for. I don't feel like nobody didn't come for. You understand? I don't feel like nobody didn't come for. I just give thanks, say, no man not sleep. Every man wake up now. You understand? Because no, we never get frightened, I'm not frightened, we get frightened, You see me, I say, I'm confused. Come on now, what go on? Me first run off and say, yo, what go on? You see me? I don't know, brother. I don't know what color. I don't know what. I don't know if a donkey, the man rider, or a giraffe, or a rhinoceros. I don't know. I don't even know if a man or woman or a robot shooter for me. I just know it's a beer shot of fire if I just take cover. That go on last night.
My people, so that you know, that is what the young singer is saying, and as we say, that is the son of Barrington Levy. And while I understand when I say probably he can swear for himself as it relates to, like, you know, him not being a troublemaker and all of that. We understand all of that, you see. But if you go as far as to say, yo, you know, you swear for your other ones and I say you swear say your friend them this and you swear say your friend them that. Yeah, you probably can assume say, yeah man, they want them a good youth and rare, but you never can tell. You see what I say? Yeah, so probably you need to zoom in on the circle even a little closer. You see it, and that me I say I must your circle cause it still, but we just I say that there is a possibility as well said we. So I say because I say thing I go. Enough man and man in a things, enough man and man in a wranglings, and them a forward run here, forward pan the ends. I know say them a target and not even I tell you, so when I say people so and I saw a lot of people even lose them life and pass off for what them not even know about people. You see it because based on what Barrington Levy's son is saying, if it's true what he is saying and it did end up that him deceased, it would mean say him not even know where him pass off for people. So it's very sad still, you see it, but give thanks. Say the entertainer is still alive, said we. You see it, yeah, it could have been worse. So big up the youth still, you know, and just stay safe and continue to stay out of trouble still way. So that are that people. People, that's where a popular TikToker related to Alkaline hit song Juggernaut, and he is saying that when it comes on to that song, you know, him use a song as a motivation and a springboard to navigate him thing throughout life. You see what I say, people? And it's nothing strange when it come on to Alkaline and these songs and how people relate to them. You see what I say? Yeah, man. And as we say, yeah, that song, they have some prominent lyrics tonight. The pain and the fight and the hate and the lies don't mean as somebody when me love. You see what I say? Yeah, man. So, as we say, a lot of people, you know, decide, say, yo, when them get the hate, them not going to make it down, press them, depress them, and, you know, turn them in a cruff and so forth. Them flip it and just, you know, make it work for them. You see what I say? Make it be the motivation, make it be the power for them. You know, make it be the reason why them push on, make it be the reason why them show say them can't feel. You know, make it be the reason why them prove to them enemies, say, yo, you know, Mado just soft. You see what I say? Now have no effect on me. Like, not like that. So this is what the guy has said, my people. Check it out.
Without Alkaline have a song where I say the pain and the fight and the hate and the lies turn him into somebody where I love. And it actually turned me into the person who I love to the day. Yeah. It make me get stronger mentally. You hear that? It's like me have to give thanks for all of them people there who hate me without a cause, who tell a lot of lies on me without a cause, who fight me without a cause. And all over the years when I've been doing that, you notice say, I just greatness for me. I just greatness. Say you know what I want to do now? Wish me well. You start wish me well. Because you can't stop me. Enough farm away you not going to stop me. Long as me have breath in my body, you cannot stop me. You hear that?
So that is that. And as you know, Alkaline have countless of songs where connect to the ones them soul. So when I say a lot of people can relate to Alkaline song. Even someone would say, oh, I don't rate the man or this and that and but you know, I think a lot of people drawn to Alkaline based on the songs them when you sing and how realistic them is. So when I say, ones might say, yo, he must sing about film or life story. But when I really check it out, a lot of people outside of Alkaline can actually relate to the same thing. So when I say people, and this is one individual where I make know say, me get the hate, me get the fight, you know, the lies and all of them things. The people come out, spread all kind of rumors, talk all side of nonsense continuously every day. I try to tear down the thing. But an idea that I just that cause, you know, man firm in this. You see it. And as we say, a lot of people can relate. Me can relate to that. Probably you who are watch can relate to that if you are not one of the persons where out there hate from people. You know, like there is a medal feat. But anyways, people, that still. You see it, big up to the youth, big up to the artists. You don't know, we have to highlight them things there amidst Wagwan said we. Next up, people, that's where Mr. Vegas will a reason with a prominent attorney people. So when I say, and you know, he is in the immigration thing. You see when I say, yeah man, him a part of, you know, the immigration lawyers and so forth. And we find the reasoning very interesting. And it's surrounds internet sensation Ivan. You don't know Ivan catch up in a little trouble when they are jail and so forth. And you know, it depend like the borderline in terms of she being deported or remaining in the US. And you don't know she have like a youth out there. And everybody knows say yo, she kind of like come through the border and I do well for herself and all of them things there. But you know there are the way of them rule kind of just questionable and so forth. So I think the attorney would have put some light as it relates to, you know, if them think they can affect you as a person and affect you when if you actually if you get straight in the USA and so forth, if you're undocumented or you know green card holder or so forth people. So make we check out what the man say.
Thank you so much for taking the time out to come educate us on this matter, and anyone else is listening, how you can educate them on the do's and the don'ts. So you can just briefly give them a rundown, a synopsis of who you are and your profession, etc.
Sure. So I'm an immigration attorney. I have a Jamaican background. My parents are from Jamaica.
Right. So you have represented you know, people from the West Indies in immigration matters.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I think you're the perfect person that I want to talk to about the situation. So I'm not sure if you looked into the situation of Ivan, right? I just read.
Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So where do we go from here?
So why don't we look at this from the way that a lawyer or rather a judge looks at a case like this, right? So we can start from looking at the first question everybody always asks is, how do I get out of prison? So if you have somebody that's in prison right now with a list of charges against them, the thing I always first look for are how serious are the charges and is there any bail or bond that's being offered? I believe in this case what we saw from the court records is that there is a bail that's been offered. I don't know if it's been satisfied yet, but it looks like it's somewhere around $2,000, about $2,100.
It's I think $1,050.
Yeah, I didn't know if there were two different parts to that bail because they said total bail.
I actually see one for 500 as well.
Yeah. So, but whatever it is, whatever the amount is, then you know that if someone posts bail, they're allowed to get out of prison. The problem that we have here is that most likely immigration has already been notified, and immigration will put on you what's called a detainer. So while you're in prison, you're being held by the state of Georgia, right? So in the United States, the states are different than the federal government. So the state of Georgia is holding you in their prison. They're paying for your meals. Hopefully they're paying for your medical care and a bed. I'd like to say heat, but I've been in a lot of prisons. There's no heat in there. So they're holding her at the expense of the Georgia taxpayer. When you come with bail, they're more than happy to let you go because they don't want to spend that money anymore. But immigration will put a detainer on you. And now a detainer says, hey, when you're ready to let her go, give us a phone call and then hold on to her for a little bit. We'll come pick her up.
Wow.
And so they'll hold on to her until immigration gets a chance to swing around, and then they'll pick her up and bring her to immigration prison instead. Immigration detention is what we call it.
And when we say prison, we're saying jail because she's not in prison as it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
My
right.
apologies. Yeah.
Right. But based on the charges, though, terroristic threats and acts, let's say immigration does not pick her up.
Right.
What are we looking at here? Terroristic threats and acts. How serious is this?
So by itself, it may not be that serious. A lot of these charges are what we call misdemeanors. Depending on what facts they bring against her, I'm sure everyone already knows the facts because it's all been broadcasted over the internet. But it's up to the prosecutor to decide which things he's allowed to actually bring into court. So depending which acts he actually brings into his charging document, into the document that says all of the things that he believes that she did, that'll determine how immigration reacts. So even though it may be a misdemeanor in state court, depending on how it's put into the actual courthouse and how it's handled by the judge, immigration may react completely differently. And they may determine that, in fact, she is what we would call, say, an aggravated felon. They could determine that she is has committed a crime involving moral turpitude. And I really think that those are the two biggest concerns that someone in her position would have is it one of these elevated offenses? One is called aggravated felons. The other one is called crime involving moral turpitude. And if you fall into either category, then you could be looking at almost a guaranteed deportation.
Right.
If you don't fall into either category, then you're looking at a deportation, but there's a lot of ways still available to save you before you get deported.
With our legal issues in Jamaica.
Hey, my people, when I think about the reasoning so far between Mr. Vegas and also the attorney, I think it's a great reasoning. You see what I say, people? And when it comes on to Ivan, as we said from the other day upon the whole situation, say, you know, we think, say, even though, you know, it set away and the fight always go at even Ivan and so forth, based on how them do at them thing, on kind of like a dramatic level. But at the end of the day, I think she herself have to, you know, firm up her meds as well and, you know, kind of take certain level of responsibility. Remember your parents, remember you have a youth to live off. You can't really make people dry you out, you know, to do certain things because at the end of the day, you're undocumented in the country. So when I say people, so hopefully if she drop back on the US side, you know, she does go and maintain a lower profile in terms of like the drama upon, you know, the real level where can land you in a jail and them thing. Because to me, that don't make no sense. So when I say, yeah, and whoever advise her in that direction, obviously no mean her no good. But you don't know how internet is and a lot of people, you know, kind of controlled by the whole thing. But I can listen to the rest of the reasoning, people, and tell me one thing.
Play a role in that decision.
Yeah, absolutely. When we're talking about aggravated felonies, not so much. When we're talking about crimes involving moral turpitude, and please forgive me for all the legal phrases, if they don't make sense, they don't make sense to most judges either. Everyone's been figuring this stuff out as they go along. But when it comes to crimes involving moral turpitude, same thing, except that it does a little bit. They are allowed to take into account what activities you did overseas, as long as those activities have led to a conviction. You know, in some instances, it may not even need a conviction. If it just involves drug use, for instance, they're allowed to take that into account. But even if you ignore all of that, when you're dealing with human beings, a judge is a human being, right? We look up to them, but they're a human being. The prosecutor is a human being. When they've seen what you've done, they're going to treat you differently, right? They're going to do their best to be as neutral as possible when they're making their decision. But if you did something that's really offensive to them, it's going to affect the way that they make their decision. So if you did something that was offensive in your home country, a lot of them have what's called discretion, and that's the legal ability to look at your case and just say, I don't really like what you did. I don't like you as a person. I don't think you'd be a good fit for the United States. There's limitations to that, but I've seen it happen a lot of times where people just didn't have a good past, and it affected them after they came to the United States.
The fact that she has a young child, yeah? How would you pursue this matter if you were her lawyer? If you can speak on that.
Yeah, so whenever you have someone with a kid, it's always difficult for everybody because you don't want the child to be harmed by whatever the parent did. It's not the kid's fault. And a child, no matter what the personality of the parent, is always going to be looking towards their mother to be around. In that situation, I personally would always emphasize the fact that she has a young baby that shouldn't be pulled from her, because there's a lot of benefits that children may get, whether from nursing or just from being close towards their parent within those first few months, even the early years of life. That could gain us some sympathy to at least delay what's coming if we don't have any actual form of relief available. Relief just means a means of staying in the country when they're trying to kick you out. But I know what hurts against it is that if you have another parent available who is considered responsible, who has status in the United States, whether it be a green card or citizenship, then that only makes, it makes the balance a little bit more difficult. And I've had that a number of times where someone told me, well, the father's here. And that's, typically it's the prosecutor, what we call the trial attorney. They're always going to say, well, the father's here, the father's fully available, and it looks like the father has custody. And especially if the father has custody, that makes it even more difficult to try and make an argument to the judge that, hey, she deserves a little bit of mercy because this baby at least needs her for now to be weaned off of her.
Well, what if her child's father dropped the charges? Can he pull these charges since they were, I think they were recorded on the internet?
Yeah, that's one of the fictions, I'm going to call it, that comes from watching TV a lot. Whenever we see it, is they always say, oh, do you want to press charges? What really happens in real life is they may ask you, do you want to press charges? And what they mean by that is if you're not too offended and the cops don't think it's that serious, they may let the whole thing go. It saves them paperwork. It saves you being prosecuted, and it makes everybody happy if we're all willing to go our separate ways and not do whatever we did wrong again. But it doesn't actually happen if the prosecutor or the police officer just decides that they didn't like what you did. So by that I mean, if you walk up to an old lady on the street and say you punch her in the face, if she says, no, I won't press charges, the cop's probably still going to arrest you because he's saying, I don't care. That really offended me. And that's because the legal standard isn't, does the person press charges? It has nothing to do with the victim. The way the law is written is that it says you committed a crime against the government. You committed a crime against the state. If you're in England, they say that you committed a crime against the crown, because in reality is that the law was created to protect order for the state, for the government, for the crown, whoever it is. It wasn't made to protect the victim, believe it or not, which sounds horrible, but that's how the Supreme Court has even put it before.
Is that as it relates to that reasoning of people? And as I say, me personally, I wish Ivani all of the best still, but at the end of the day, she have to wish herself the best as well, because they can't really sorry for people when they're sorry for themselves. That's what I say. But as me say, you don't know. Me feel like say, forward in the US, have no citizenship and anything. You just keep yourself quiet and just go through and just be a normal human being. Don't follow people already, secondly already have them status. Now go try to endanger themselves, even run one night at jail to try to prove to them type of people for entertainment. That's what I say. Still remember say you have your son Philip and all of them things there. That's what I say people. So at the end of the day, tell me what you think. All of the ones them we have follow up the story. We don't know it's a viral story, especially over upon TikTok. So when you can weigh in and leave on the thoughts and tell me about the advice that was left in other reasoning with Mr. Vegas and the immigration lawyer people. So make we move to my people. So just to finalize the whole topic, people, man, we see where the Rasta man we had the altercation with Luciana people. He is making an attempt again. We see where the Rasta step out and try to expose Luciana as bad mind people, stating that him in the music long time and he would have make certain trad around the man, and he is trying to even insinuate that Luciana are trying to use him for promote dub plate and for promote EP and all of them things the people. As I say, I don't know if the Rasta reasoning makes sense. I'm going to put it to now. Tell me if the reasoning makes sense or if you don't feel like a nonsense. You see, me post a little piece of reasoning with him from the other day as well, and we see a lot of people disagree with him reasoning, but I don't know if the people will have a change this time around, so we are going to put it out and see if the people still hold on pan what them hold on pan, or them, probably have viewed the thing different. So check out what the man have to say about Luciana and Virgo man people.
The first time I make you hear one song with me and Bonnie Rock, School Bump the Fire Nose Punch. All over, all for your big time, Mr. Cold Bump. And you tell me, say me's a big artist, and I say, no, Dada. I'm not big one. You may come to me feel like the gas are empty once my arm. Save the Dr. Bailey. Don't know. For all these years, I know your Dada when you ever look a black car and me I go through. I never know. But I did know if you're full, if Bobo a tower and some other youth all algebra. I feel like an algebra make you come do the life, And now you get up come the wind from. It's like Altriba tell you say, the big dread where you send come. Him nah no name, nobody uptown no know him, man. The man them here say, down where him live, you know say I eat that them the dada. You think a stone me fling where we come from, or cutlass. I was impressed with dada, man. Me born and grew at Jubilee, hospital, dada. Me live 100 lane, a tax we pay. You come from country now one big boat at pat down here. When you come to me, you see me with locks. A 4th time I trim this, dada. Just do your research, man. I wait to run past the said way. Count not clean. Me not pretend be August my born. Me's a Virgo. What you do to me, man? A record me used to walk and sell in that. You think it's a thumb driver to talk to or a CD, man. The first show that I go, where Gregory as I came, I go down a Lego. Orange Street. You feel like me just come in the music. Me in the music before you, and me take the saw out of your hand. But through Altriba them love hype, bladder. One year I'm having on. Remember some cancer over the side, you know. Him never see me and Ragga them over the side of be, man. You think we'll talk for look hype? Me not beg. You can't give me grand. You know much of food out of look talk here. You go out there so with grand, you look like a buggy without a tam. Now me make you raise a dub plate, you take $10,000. And I you name Barney and shopping for you. Behave yourself, man. No interest nobody, dada, man. You can't act on me. You know say I know Winford no come on my foot. When you can't use me to promote album. Use another man. What you do to me? Look how much man they pan show up. The one you bad mind me, big drain. You have your EP, you don't have a plan. This one you do down in the blood clot for the people. You say elbow. And you come and win football, a man down my elbow. Make sure you have my money for my elbow. Got ready star. And my sister me give. Me da look for someone rapper say it. And you come say it, remember it gone worldwide, you know. Remember, make sure you have my money. Because a man do me that, you know. And my father cuss me every day, so I should have registered my song them, you know. I know you come do it, make sure you have my money for my elbow, because I'm not creative, you know. When you come like karaoke artist, you know, dada. So you try and use me for build your EP. You're so wicked, you know, blood clot, babe. Hey, my mother cripple, and me have my mother. The whole I pick them carry come left for my foot, and me and my local sister look out for my mother. Pussy old boy. She can't walk, she can't talk. One of her blood vessel bust in her head. Me and Jamaica, me can't go to my house and them nearly break down for me. I say, Dada, what you do to me? Me no keep pity party, you know. And my mother, you know. Straighten up your blood clots, everything me keep pity party. Me ready to, you know. And me and Jam, me now work up on the scheme, remember my book for Sting. Me I carry up them, say me no know where. Cook me up. My people, I saw me no work, Sting. A bad man over Sting. When me know as big artist, 50 man when me know, never talk to me over Sting, boy, a screw and a puff. Now the people them so why me never work Sting through me is a big dread. And you didn't know the studio when me and Joe's Whale, I do the song named Big Dread. You know so on the wicked. Who me link with? The great Joe's Whale. We no link with Sprat. We no full of too much skill. You see me not too heal you. When I come to the studio, I'm a pass. You know why I'm a pass? You know, those shit, I'm not a pretender. Me's a Virgo. No man now tell me say, who not try bring me down. For you see me pass you. You's a pussy. You think my mother, and my brother, and my niece, and my nephew, for them friend and for them friend. You are can't my friend. And you are going to tell man to put me up there so. And you know it's not so the thing go. But you have an EP. Go so, hey boy. Go away, man. The wicked dada, man. You can't use me for boss the EP. Why you never use another artist when they up there will go viral to buy him enough show?
People, that is what the man has say, you know. I don't know what you think, my people, you see it? Yeah, man, that's what the man has say. You see it? So tell me what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Do you think Luciana really have this bread up on his mind like that? Or you just feel like it was an incident where the man just forward up, disrespect the artist on stage that was performing, grab the talker phone, and you know Luciana decide as a veteran, as a star in the thing for just school him and make him know say him for have manners. All the thing, people. You see it, and you hear even some utterances about where him come from, and you know who no fling stone and this and that and whatever, and you know them type of typical type of threat type of vibe there and so forth. But tell me on the things still, my people. Yeah, man, and tell me what you think about the other topics. Vybz Kartel, Alkaline, Mavado, and you know all of the other topics there, Mr. Vegas and so forth. Make me know in the comment section. Big up on yourself, respect and manners, catching up on another one. I'm out.